Thank you very much. We'll now go to Mr. Molinaro. You're recognized to speak to any amendment you care to address.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I intend to be brief, and thank you to my colleagues on this committee. I also want to extend our appreciation to the members of the appropriations committees and the appropriate subcommittees for their earnest work to move forward in what are some very difficult and challenging times for American families. I would note that with the short-term funding agreement reached last week or Saturday, the House continues its efforts to consider and approve appropriations bills, something the Senate may choose to take up sometime soon. I'd suggest perhaps they do so in earnest. Today, though,
Your lips to God's ears.
That said, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to just speak on three. I'd like to speak to three amendments submitted to the Energy and Water Development Appropriations bills. They're number 88, 89, and 143. In each case, they focus attention and highlight the importance of shoreline and flood management along three waterways in upstate New York. First, specific to the Susquehanna River. The Susquehanna River runs through my district in upstate, the southern tier of New York, traversing the counties of Tioga, Broome, Shenango, and Otsego counties. Now, the second amendment submitted highlights the importance of shoreline and flood management along the Delaware River, which primarily runs through the fittingly named Delaware County, along with Sullivan County and several others, again, throughout the Catskill region of the state of New York. As you likely know, and we've experienced for generations, flooding has been an issue not only in the city of Binghamton and the southern tier, but throughout upstate New York for some time, significantly washing away businesses, small businesses, farms, and impacting the families of upstate New York. All of this costing a significant amount of money to those families and businesses themselves, but also emergency responders at the local, state, and national level. These amendments are meant to highlight the needs to address with solutions those flooding issues. And thirdly, my last and final amendment for consideration addresses the importance of shoreline and water management along the Hudson River. For years, I led efforts in the Hudson River Valley to secure restoration and cleanup of the Hudson, dating back not only to taking on the necessity to clean up the Hudson, but also seeking designation as the Hudson River as a heritage river. Now our mission collectively as a community is to manage that valuable asset and ensure proper management. To help rural communities access funding for shoreline management practices, I was proud to introduce earlier this year the Bipartisan Flooding Prevention, Assessment, and Restoration Act, which will improve existing programs that help construct resilient shorelines and promote smart farming practices to reduce erosion and prevent devastating floods. In closing, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, I ask consideration of these three amendments, inclusion in the appropriations bills, and continue our bipartisan work to highlight the need for flood mitigation. And with that, I yield back.